Welcome to the MTAP Analytics examples. In this lesson, we look at a very complex evaluee. This is a 34-year-old female with a lumbar injury, a knee injury, and a dominant hand injury. We will use data from the Examples tab to populate the Answer Sheet tab and take a look at three different types of clinical correlation. To get started, launch the MTAP Analytics macro-enabled Excel workbook. When the security warning appears, click Options, enable the content, and click OK. This will take you to the Start Here screen. On this screen, click the category 30 to 39 female. This will automatically take you to the answer sheet. Rather than enter data one by one, we're going to copy data from the Examples tab and paste it into this answer sheet. So go to the Examples tab now and select the Example A data. Begin with item 1 and go down through item 50. Copy, and then go over to the answer sheet and paste. Once the data have been pasted into the answer sheet, click Ctrl B to analyze the data. This will take you immediately to the Clinical Correlation tab. The Clinical Correlation tab compares the evaluee's responses to expected responses. This comparison is based on global musculoskeletal demand, compared with about 6,000 subjects in the normative database. The basic idea is that given a particular total score, there should be a pattern of expected responses. The clinical correlation graph shows us the variance from expected, up or down, high or low. This is expressed as a residual score for each item. The residual scores range from about -4 to +4. In clinical practice, residual scores typically range between -2 and +2 for a simple case. The individual item residual scores are reflected in two summary scores, the outfit score and the infit score. The outfit score summarizes the residual scores for items at the extremes. The infit score summarizes the residual scores for items near the evaluee's ability level. After this lesson is over, I'd like you to get a better feel for these summary scores by going back and forth between the Answer tab and the Clinical Correlation tab, changing items on the Answer Sheet tab, and watching what that does to the outfit score and infit score. But for now, let's take a look at how increasing the complexity of the case changes the residual scores. Look at item 31. The residual score is slightly over 1.0. Now let's add a knee injury to the lumbar injury and see that item 31's residual is up about 2.0. What's happening here? Well, remember that we're dealing with residual from expected. These data demonstrate that in the real world, as impairments become more complex, the variability of the functional limitations naturally increases. And this points to the need for clinical correlation. The evaluator looks at the items that have the greatest residual. The question is, given the evaluee's set of impairments, does that individual response make sense? And so, what I'd like you to do now is make these comparisons. Copy and paste any of the three data sets from the Example tab into the answer sheet. Then navigate from the Clinical Correlation tab to the Answer Sheet tab and ask yourself whether the individual response makes sense. Whenever it does not, this needs to be resolved. Begin by questioning the evaluee and proceed to formal testing if necessary. This concludes the training session on using the MTAP Analytics examples. Contact us at epicrehab.com for additional training. Thank you for your attention and interest.